So recently I've came across a video from a YouTuber named Jerk. The video was about why he thinks bundles are completely useless, and honestly I actually do disagree with what he says. So that's why today I'm just gonna react to his video and give my thoughts on the video. Before we begin, I just want to let you guys know that this is not a hate video towards Jerk. This is really just a video of me giving my opinions on his video, and is in no ways meant to be meant as a hate video. Also, like usual, if you do end up enjoying this video, then make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, as I'm trying to hit 1k subs before the end of this year. But without wasting your time, let's get into the video.
Well, would you look at that? Here I am again, sitting in my Minecraft office set, ready to whinge and whine and complain about some random Minecraft feature. I would say it's becoming a regular staple on my channel, but that implies there's ever a time where I'm not seething about something inconsequential. Today's victim of my puerile complaints is the bundle. Did you know it's been in development for 4 years now?
Okay, so funny enough, what he said here is true. I had completely forgotten about the bundle thing ever since it was announced. It was only like until this year when I was completely reminded about the fact that the bundle is still a thing that will be coming to the game. But honestly, it shouldn't take Mojang 4 years just to develop something quite small.
And it's still not in the game officially, although it has been lurking in the background of Java Edition for the better part of those 4 years. And despite all of this, it still remains utterly unused and even forgotten by the majority of the player base.
Honestly, it really sucks how the bundle was an experimental feature that was only available for Java Edition, whilst Bedrock players still don't have Minecraft beta/preview on how the bundles would be on Bedrock.
How? Well, the simple answer is the bundle is useless, and here is why. Number 1. Bedrock Edition can suck my dick. As I said earlier, the bundle has been readily available in Java Edition for years, almost since it was first announced back in 2020. Yet it's only seen its first early implementations in Bedrock Edition this year. It's not hard to come to the conclusion that Bedrock is holding back Java's development speed.
I guess what he is saying here is kinda true. Bedrock does hold back Java when it comes to development, but that's because they want to make the bundle work conveniently on all platforms. And considering how Bedrock is available on so many platforms, obviously it's gonna take a while for Mojang to implement it onto every platform and to make it work conveniently for all platforms. Also, as a Bedrock player myself, yes, I know that's unfortunate. I kinda take that as a offense, lol.
And when you're so determined to update all of these devices and keep them compatible with each other, you can only be as good as your weakest member. And one of the reasons Mojang themselves have said bundles aren't in Bedrock yet is they couldn't figure out how to make them work with touchscreens, aka your phone.
Once again, this really does tie back to what I said about Mojang wanting it to work conveniently on all platforms. But then again, if Mojang was having a hard time trying to come up with a way on how it could work for mobile, why didn't they just ask the community for some concepts that could possibly work? I'm sure the community would have came up with some great concepts on how bundles would work on mobile. But yeah, kinda suspicious from Mojang.
Number 2. Who in their right mind thought to give the bundle a max size of 1 slot when the bundle itself takes up 1 slot in space? A stack of cobblestone in a bundle is the exact same size as 1 stack of cobblestone completely on its own. It does nothing for the player in this example.
Alright, so I think the reason why Mojang limited the amount of slots to only 64 is to not eradicate other storage methods such as chests, shulkers, and ender chests. I feel like bundles are mostly meant to act as a temporary storage option, that being the reason why it's so cheap to craft, and the bundle's designed to fit the need of adventurous players.
Now let me ask you a hypothetical. How many times do you find yourself with a full inventory of a variety of items in low quantities to which you can't justify dropping anything? Because only when all of those conditions are true does it finally make sense to use a bundle.
Funnily enough, this happens to me a lot every time, especially when I'm going on long distances. There are always times when I have so many items in low quantities that I really don't want to throw away, especially when you realize that most of your items are important to you.
And remember, the bundle is intended as an early game storage item. So I decided to do a bit of a cheeky experiment to test this practical usefulness. I started a new single player world with the pure intention of acquiring a bundle as fast as possible, with the extra caveat of not being able to drop any items, to make my inventory as clogged as possible. Now, getting the leather was easy, but due to requiring string, I needed to either wait for night or go down into caves to kill a spider. Ultimately, it took me about 10 minutes to craft one, and this is what my inventory looked like. Despite not dropping anything, I still had 13 slots available to me, which would go up to 19 if I was to drop obviously useless stuff like rotten flesh. And this is at the start of the game, where arguably the inventory problem would be at its worst. Now, I could put some of those items in my swanky new bundle and save my precious 3 feathers and 2 rotten flesh. But let's face it, even if I really wanted to save those items, I still have plenty of inventory space. And even if I didn't, it's directly competing with my ability to make a chest in less than 12 seconds. Oh, and worth mentioning, that chest would have 27 times the storage and wouldn't have a UI so bad it makes people make 20-minute long videos complaining about it.
To be fair, what he said here does have a good point. If you really don't have a cluttered inventory, it is quite useless to have it at first, but as time goes on, you might want to explore the world and you might need a early game portable storage option whilst traveling, which is what chests can't really do, but it's something what bundles can do. Again, if you really don't travel much, then you are better off just not crafting one and use a chest instead of making a bundle.
But fine. Oh, fine. What about a second example? Loot chests. They provide a variety of items in small amounts. Again, sounds like bundle-worthy territory, right? But again, think about it. You might get some ingots, diamonds, or name tags, which all stack nicely, but the vast majority of loot worth taking is in the form of non-stackable items. I'm talking enchanted books, armor, tools, saddles, horse armor, which is all absolutely worthless to a bundle because somehow a single book fills the entire thing up. And for other examples such as embusting or masturbation, once again, you probably have shulker boxes. Talking of which,
I think the issue here is that not many players might ever even get access to a shulker box. Like, think about it for a moment. Most players who played Minecraft haven't even beaten the Ender Dragon yet. Heck, out of my 5 years of playing Minecraft, it was only this year I was able to beat it. And without the player beating the Ender Dragon, they don't get access to the End City to get the shulker boxes. And even then, some players might not be prepared for the End City raid and might die in the process. And even then, if you were playing in a SMP, there is a likely chance they had already raided the End City and killed most of the shulkers, and you would have a difficult time finding a player who is selling a shulker box to you. I guess the only valid argument you can bring up is that players can just make a render chest as another mean of portability. Yeah, but that's really about it. If you want to watch Jug's full video about bundles, I will leave a link in the description to Jug's video. Also, if you did end up enjoying this video, please give this video a like and a subscribe, as I'm trying to hit 1k before the end of the year. But yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.